Subject Science 1, Standard 9, Lesson number 1, Laws of Motion. Students, today we are going to learn Newton's laws of motion. What could be the reason for the following? Number 1, a static object does not move without the application of a force. Static object, that means what? Any one book, bottle, bag, anything. Okay. It does not move without the application of a force. Okay. Second, the force which is sufficient to lift a book from a table is not sufficient to lift the table. That means we can easily lift a book, but we cannot lift the table so easily. Third, the fruit on a tree fall down when its branches are shaken. We know fruits only fall down, that they will only fall down, they not go upside. Okay. 4, an electric fan keeps on rotating for some time even after it is switched off. Okay. If we look for the reasons for the above, we realize the object have some inertia. We have learned the inertia is related to mass of object. Newton's first law of motion describes this very properly and is therefore also called as law of inertia. See Newton's first law. See one activity is given here. Fill a glass with sand, keep a piece of cardboard on it, keep 5 rupee coin on the cardboard. Now strike the cardboard hard using your fingers. Observe what happens. We also learned this activity last year, and we know that the cardboard moves forward and the coin will fall down inside the glass. See balance and unbalanced force. You must have played tug of war so long as the forces applied by both the sides are equal. That is balance. The center of the rope is static in spite of the applied forces. So what is the example taken here? For example, tug of war. Tug of war game is equal. Students are both sides. Right side, suppose for example, right side 5 students and left side 5 students. If they pull the rope, nobody will fall down. On other hand, when the applied forces becomes unequal. Unequal means suppose one side 3 students only and other side 5 students only. That is unbalanced. A net force gets applied in the direction of greater force and the center of the rope shifts in that the direction. Means where the more students, that side force will shift. Okay. And the more force can shift the rope also. See Newton's law of motion, first law. An object continues to remain at rest or in a straight uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. Let us see Newton's second law of motion. See, this is the second law of motion. The rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied force and the change of momentum occurs in the direction of force. So see, in this law, momentum is most important factor. So what is meaning of momentum? Momentum is denoted by P. Okay, momentum is denoted by P. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Product of mass and velocity of an object. P is equal to mv. P is equal to mv. Momentum is a vector quantity. Suppose an object of mass m has an initial velocity u. When a force F is applied in the direction of its velocity for time t, its velocity becomes v. Therefore, the initial momentum of the object mu. Initial momentum means starting momentum of the object mu. Final momentum after time t is mv. So therefore rate of change of momentum is equal to change in momentum upon time. The rate of change of momentum is equal to mv is a final momentum minus mu is a initial momentum upon time. So we get the formula m in bracket v minus u upon t is equal to ma. Why it is ma? We know that the formula of acceleration. Okay. See, this is the formula of acceleration v minus u upon t. Therefore, that will come ma means m multiply a mass multiply acceleration. According to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied force. ma proportional f. F is equal to kma. K is a constant of proportionality and its value is 1. Therefore, we will get the equation F is equal to m multiply A. F is equal to m multiply A. Newton's third law of motion. Every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force which acts simultaneously. This is the Newton's third law of motion. So see meaning of this law. However, in nature, force cannot act alone. Force is a reciprocal reaction between two objects. Forces are always applied in pairs. When one object applies a force on another object, the latter object also simultaneously applies a force on the former object. For example, when a bullet is fired from a gun, the gun and the bullet exert force of action and reaction on each other. Thus, forces are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction and arise at the same time. The force on the bullet imparts at high velocity and the force on the gun makes it recoil. That is, gun moves in the opposite direction compared to the velocity of the bullet, little bit backward. The forces between the two objects are always equal and opposite. This idea is expressed in Newton's third law of motion. The force applied by the first object is called action force, while force applied by the second object on the first is called reaction force. Okay. See again. The force applied by the first object is called action force. That means, for example, we hit a ball with a bat, while the force applied by the second object on the first is called reaction force. The speed of the bat decreases after hitting a ball. Okay. Launching of a rocket is based on a Newton's third law of motion.